Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Adventures of Kramer. So today we are going to be heading up to Packwood, small town on the other side of White's Pass, heading over towards, where's the other town?
Cruisers Inn.
Yeah, Cruisers Inn Pizza, up over that way, try out. I've had the pizza in the past, just haven't had a chance to be able to review it. So excited to be able to try and check it out, and let's go ahead and get started. We're going to do a nice time lapse on the trip over though. Peace. So here we are getting ready to come up onto Rimrock Reservoir, and so that water, a lot of that's stored for a diversion that ends up happening down lower, but it helps store up a lot of water for a bunch of farmers in, what is it, Cowiche, Titan, Upper Valley type of area. So definitely a pretty neat looking spot, but up first though, it's one of my favorites especially on the part of the whole trip going up and over White's Pass, is the tunnel coming up here in just a little bit. The audio didn't save. I didn't realize that on this mode on the GoPro that when you switched back over to live real quick that it didn't do any sound, but it's a neat old tunnel. My dad was saying how this was built way back in like the 1930s, so definitely neat. And you get sometimes in the middle of winter you'll have big old icicles hanging down in the middle there, so here we are now coming up on White Pass Ski Resort. So usually over on the right there, you get a lot of people to do some snowshoeing or cross-country skiing. Nice snowplow guy to help move over so I can help to get by. And then up ahead here, though, you'll start seeing a bunch of different cars and not as many people up as I thought there would be during kind of like Christmas Eve, helping to do some Christmas time snowboarding and skiing. But definitely pretty neat, all the different stuff that they do have available up there on top of White Pass. You do have the gas station on there. I'm not sure if there's any chargers for those of you that have like electric vehicles, where you're even able to kind of charge going over Highway 12. But gas station always has some good food, and then you have the actual main lodge over on the left coming up over here. But then you get like a couple cool kids areas to be able to set and go up, and they have a pretty good sized tubing area to be able to set and come down, and they do a great job of helping to keep everything groomed up and super cool. I think it's really fun to be able to go up there. It's where I grew up, setting and going snowboarding and skiing. So as we go up next, our next kind of stop on this time lapse is going to end up being where we're looking at Mount Rainier. So here we have Mount Rainier in the background. Beautiful day to be able to sit and see it. They have a couple cool little signs over on the side there to be able to try and learn more information about the area and some of the different trees and things like that. And just a really cool view of Mount Rainier, being able to look at that. And as we keep going from here, we'll end up going by a couple of my favorite campgrounds whenever growing up. I end up going by Ohanabakosh, and then another one called Lowiswis. Lowiswis has a really cool spot to be able to jump into some of the different creeks called Blue Hole, I think was the name of it. It's a pretty steep jump, but definitely really cool. So let's get ready for hitting Packwood here soon. So here we are. Welcome to Packwood. So nice small little town up in the hills. They have some really cool swap meets. They usually happen towards, I think it's like Labor Day. I'm not sure if they do one earlier and towards springtime too or not, but you end up seeing this whole place just packed to get all kinds of motorcycles and vendors selling all kinds of things. I ended up finding a really cool set of green glass Coca-Cola stuff there. But here we are, Cruiser's Pizza. Let's get ready for some pizza. Here we go. So let's try and get a look in at the pizza there. So this is the combo pizza, which has everything that the all meat pizza does, but more. And they do not skimp on toppings at all, do they?
This is heavy. Yeah.
So this is their large, but I mean, you got what? Canadian bacon, pepperoni, sausage, beef, olives, onions, bell peppers, mushrooms, and then a whole bunch of extra cheese melted on top. That stuff is super tasty.
Here, try to show you the thickness here. Yeah.
That is definitely a pizza.
Nice thin crust. Can you see the bottom?
Oh yeah. Look at that crust on there. That's good looking. Okay. Twist that here some. You can see all the steam coming off there. Here's a few minutes. How's it taste?
Good.
What do you smell it for? Was not expecting that. It's the first time you haven't taken a bite before you started filming.
I'm having withdrawals.
Man, there's so many toppings.
Look at the size of these mushrooms.
Oh man, gotta take a shot back to the car.
Mm.
Let me get sunglasses off. There we go. Man,
Crust is nice and crispy, not overdone.
Those good flavors. Not too strong. Can you imagine if you combine the marinara, the village pizza, with the toppings like this?
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Yeah, really good pizza.
So what do you think? You think this is the perfect slice of pizza so far?
No, I tell you, this one and that
Valley?
Favorcom one there at the Valley, it just, that flavor of their sauce just pops. It's this one is great. I mean, these two, the Valley and this one, is because there's so many toppings. I'd pretty well put them on par for each other. The Valley one, if you really have some taste buds, that sauce they put on their pizza, I've not found one that tastes like that. It is really a excellent sauce.
It's tough to say for me because this tastes really good. But after having that Valley Italian,
the flavor that comes off of that
Yeah.
Valley one is just, I mean, it hangs in there. You can breathe out your nose. I mean, you taste it all the way through. It is, and it's not something, you know, later that day we didn't do any follow-up, but it's not like you got indigestion from it or anything. Even with everything that was on there was still very, I don't know, I guess I would put it as a pleasing experience to eat a pizza. Sometimes you're either getting heartburn or indigestion later. Didn't with that. This one, boy, is this tasty. Yeah, I agree. If they had the sauce of the Valleys on this pizza, you couldn't touch it. I mean,
oh man,
there just absolutely be no way to touch it. It would be so good.
So appreciate you guys watching. Hope you guys enjoy the video. If you get a chance to come by over Highway 12, definitely stop in at Cruiser's Pizza. Super tasty place, super friendly people. Otherwise, peace everybody. Okay, so we forgot. I still had the honey in the car from going up to Village Pizza up in Roslyn. We're gonna try honey on this pizza here at Cruiser's and see how it compares. This is definitely a lot easier to eat, just like what Dad was saying, inside sitting down. But hey, doing what we can during COVID.
Hey, there's really something about having honey on pizza. Wow.
Oh,
I
man.
think that clicks better on this than it did up at the one in Roslyn.
Yeah, it does.
So
Oh,
don't
man.
forget your bottle of honey
Yeah.
when you go for pizza. It's something you gotta try. It's wow. It just helps open flavors up. Quite tasty.
How would that guy Fieri say it? Was she the one who would say Flavor Town?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's super good. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that too. But definitely, if you tried some pizza with some honey on it, post in the comments down below. Let me know what you think. Otherwise, bye everybody. Peace.